much more. And you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You've made me so.
Well, I got it from a good source that going on a date with Bob to football don't make no sense, because once football is played, him not looking at me for the whole match. Thank you for that, my darling. Reggae singer Nadine Sutherland is here with us this morning, and she's going to discuss her powerful debut in the short film Someone Loves You. She's joined by the film's writers, producers, and directors, Amanda Mandy and Victoria Perry. Morning.
Good morning.
Lady, talk to me about this journey. How we get into film, acting.
Well, it's buck up.
The best things are.
Buck up. So they wrote me on Instagram and asked me if I've done any acting, and I said yes.
Wow.
I just finished being a consultant for the performing arts at a high school in New York, and I was like, yeah, I'm tutoring kids, and with Bobby Gisses and Munir Zaka, I have to say their names.
Wow.
So they said yes. It's an audition, and I read the script, and after Beryl, we never know if electricity would have, thank God electricity was there, so I was able to just do it on my camera, and I sent it to them, and then they said they wanted a second audition with them reading with me and directing me, and I guess, yeah. And then they said, you got the role.
Wow.
So I got the role of Marlene.
Wow.
Yeah, I asked them this morning why they thought about me, because, it's like a long shot. So.
Yeah. Well, tell me about the story first, and then we'll talk about why Nadine.
Absolutely. So Someone Loves You is a short narrative film. It's about a family, a Jamaican family from the Bronx, New York, and they are dealing with the troubling diagnosis, the mental health diagnosis of their matriarch in the family, who is the mother. And we just really see the complex responses that each family member has dealing with that diagnosis and really coming to terms with that. And adjusting their life based off of that diagnosis.
Yeah, and we're becoming more and more aware of how many
Absolutely.
families are affected by that.
Absolutely.
And how people are navigating. So why Nadine?
So I think it was Amanda's idea, but so in independent filmmaking, you do everything yourself. So we wrote the film, we were directing it, so we did all the casting. It took us all summer. We were getting auditions from incredible actresses, but then Mandy thought of Nadine. We both knew who she was. We loved her look, but we're like, let's let her take a stab at it. And in her audition, it was so raw, and it was during the hurricane, but she really, something spoke to us. She read the lines in a way that no one else did.
Wow.
And then during the callback, we really felt like we found the character we had been writing for years.
Yeah. Listen, Nadine, it's challenging. I mean, even some of the most well-trained actors, it's difficult trying to zero in on one character.
Yeah.
Your character has so many different personalities because of your mental health issues. How challenging was that?
It wasn't really challenging. It's the funniest thing. I immediately went into, I read it and I understood. And I could, I saw some nuances that I could go and some emotions that I could apply.
But how? Do you have some kind of reference?
To tell the truth, I did not. When I was there's a scene at the dinner table that immediately I had a reference because there's a lady that was very good to my young nieces, Michelle, my cousin, and she had dementia. And I remember she had this kind of space out look, so I applied her at the dinner table for one of the scenes. But what happened is that I felt ignited. Oh, my co-cast, they are incredible actors, so the interplay with each other, I went straight into Marlene, and they helped me because of our play. And I think that helped me a lot.
Yeah.
The chemistry.
The chemistry was incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me about filming. Where was it filmed? And some of the other cast members that were involved, Amanda?
Yeah, so it was filmed in the Bronx, New York. That's where I'm from. The story developed just kind of out of really, I guess, our own experience. I grew up with a parent that had schizophrenia, and also growing up in a Jamaican household, that's not something that we talked about. It's something that we dismiss, or we just act like it doesn't exist, and we push them away, and we keep them locked away. It's unfortunate. And so I remember talking to Victoria about this and just being very emotional about it and saying, I wish I could tell this story without shaming my family, or without, getting the criticism of why did you put this out? And she's actually the reason why we put this out, because she kept encouraging, I have mental illness in my family too.
Yeah, schizophrenia also ran in my family. It's just not as close. And in my culture too, mental health was not discussed.
Yeah.
So we really decided to zoom in on the Jamaican diaspora in the Bronx and in Westchester.
Yeah.
And we built this whole story around our experiences, protecting our loved ones through narrative, which is a beautiful escape and a way of healing. So we filmed it in the Bronx and a little bit in Westchester, all over, and with a beautiful cast. 3 of them are Jamaican. Mark Anthony Williams, Mitzi Pratt.
Hey.
Incredible. And then some of our cast was also of Jamaican descent, some not, and a lot of our crew. And we filmed it last August, so it was really beautiful.
Forgot Brooklyn. We filmed it.
A little bit in Brooklyn, one day, because that's where the daughter lives.
So I know you were featured at the Black River Film Festival over the weekend. What was the reception like to the film?
It was incredible. It was incredible. I was nervous because I was like, it's the first time. I was going to see the film and the first time somebody going to see it. So
What did you think when you saw it?
I was weird out seeing myself. I was like, oh my God, that's what was going on in the film. But the film was beautiful and everything. It's just it was weird for me because, I'm like, I saw me take it. I saw me did I go on. Yeah. It was very raw, and, I had to go through so many different layers of emotion. So I'm not used to seeing myself so vulnerable, and that was kind of for me, but it was beautiful. I'm so very proud of
you. Gave it you gave it your all, and we're so appreciative of you. You really
all right, we gotta go, ladies. Quickly, where can we see it? When will it?
We're coming to the Essence Film Festival next weekend in New Orleans, and we're so excited. And then we're going to be on a festival run this year.
Nice.
God willing, we'll have our next premieres. You can follow us on
Instagram.
@Someone Loves You the film to follow our little tour of
And
our
we have a
festival.
site, Someone Loves You.
on Netflix. Soon.
Yeah. After this run,
we'll pray about that.
we're completely
I'm
open.
learning about this stuff, as I go on about
From her mouth to God's ears.
Exactly.
We are open to the best option.
Singer, actress, Nadine Sutherland, alongside writers, producers, and directors of Someone Loves You, Amanda, Mandy, and Victoria Perry. We're going to take a break here, but we'll soon come.